Well, hey there everyone, welcome to the route learning video here on the channel. My name is Emily Jane and today we are here at Matlock, Bath on the Just Trains Midland Main Line. Today we'll be proceeding from here, like I say, down to Derby with this class 156. So, in the cab, not much to do to get set up. Master key goes in, reverser goes to neutral. Reset the AWS self-test sequence, instrument lights go on. And that's our tail lamps going off, our marker lights going on, and our headlight going on. And that is the last item for us to do now, to set up our GSMR, which is our global secure mobile railway system. So basically it's mobile phone on the train. So we'll register ourselves as train 2 November 51, and we're going to be against signal 571, as that's the signal at the end of the branch line. So to give you guys an idea on a map where we are here, and we're going to here. So just new all the way down there. So now that we were set up, I can reach the DRA because I know there's not a signal between here and the next station. And we can just have a look around. So this is Matlock. There's a little preserved steam railway which has a platform here. It's a nice little scenic town. I actually do want to come up here on my top pass because one of the things my company gets is we get unlimited travel with East Mids Railway for leisure purposes only, which I'm excited to go ahead and use that. I'm going to crack open the stream monster, the video monster, not the stream monster. That's a different YouTuber's format. There we go, and give a cheeky buzz back. There we go. I'm gonna. Yeah, that should be fine actually for audio levels. So our start speed limit is 15. So I'll let the train accelerate and then coast for a bit. And there's our 50, of course. There we go, put the power down. Get her going. Get her going. So, yeah, like I say, I am, yeah, doing some words today. That's what I'm doing today. We started at Matlock. Our next stop is Matlock, Bath. Which is entirely my bad. Panic reducing power there. So we'll just power up, get like I say 45, 50, and then coast. So you can see these tunnels are really dark inside. Lol. What I'm going to do is break in step 2 in this second gap in the tunnel. That's the first gap. That's the second gap. Step 1, step 2. And we're just going to keep an eye on this speed indication there. I'm going to knock that desktop audio level back ever so slightly. Break in step 1, keep the speed washing off but more gently this time. So this scenario is based around an early 2021 sort of journey. So the HSTs are all gone now, but it's basically a Bombardier fest on the Midland at the moment because the 180s haven't come online yet, but the 222s and 220s and 221s because cross country. So the station building here at Matlock Bath has a really strange design to it. It's a very it doesn't look very European, does it? This scene. Apart from the destination blind on the train, but like I say, you look around, that there Could be anywhere in Central Europe, in my opinion. Or, well, that there would be a better option for it. So we'll hop back in the cab, and we'll set the reverse to neutral is what we'll do. Always good practice to do that. So put the reverser forward, let the brake off. I'm going to go up to 10 miles an hour because for this crossing, and then 50 afterwards. With our next stop being Cromford in 0.77 miles. There we go, there's 10. Give it a couple of beats and then power on. Straight into full power. Now you can see because the 156 has a hydraulic gearbox, I was using that to my advantage there, because I knew that if I revved the engine, it would take a couple of seconds to actually start accelerating. And you know, by proxy, I'd know that I could therefore have no factors. So the the station's about half a mile after this tunnel, I believe. So what I'm going to do is go halfway down the tunnel and then put the brake on. So yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Mine's been pretty good. You can see the station there now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go step one brake. Just ease that speed off. I'm going to aim to enter the platform at no faster than about 20. And this is Cromford Station. There we go. Step one. Looking out the window. There you have it. I'm just going to gently comb my hair out. There we go. So I just do that because that's one of my stress actions is to do that, and yeah, that one needed a stress action. Brake off, power on, let's go. Our next stop is What Standwell in 2.8 miles. Question is, what does Standwell? To that, the answer, I do not know. I would normally do a capture at this stage in the video. However, I do feel as though I've done, you know, one quite recently. Let's check the dates actually, because if it's done more than a month ago, I'll do it. But the 156, I tend to find myself driving quite a lot, so. So, your channel, manage videos. So generally can't remember when my videos go out anymore. 22nd of August, this video will be up for release literally just over a month later. Ah, fluff it. So, actually I'm going to do it after we go out to the main line, between probably Duffield and Derby. That's probably our best chance at it. That's a lot harder to mess up than this run is, and this is the certainly the more scenic section anyway. But yeah, I'm spending a lot of my time on BR era units at the moment. Looking at it, I've got my. I suppose I've got the 156. Actually got the 90, 68, 144, 158. So I don't know. Still the older era stuff, which is always good fun to drive. I'm going to let this speed get a bit ahead of me here. So I'll ease off back to 50. And we'll just cruise along at 50. There's a narrowboat going over our heads. And there is a 40 after this curve. I've slowed a little on the early side, but hey, you can see though, the cool thing is I'm in idle power now, and I'm literally just letting the slope, you know, we're effectively riding a gravity train at this point. I believe I may have underestimated. Yeah, I think that 40 is a little while away, but like I say though, it's cool to watch that, you know, because we're going down a slight slope here, the train's pretty much holding its own speed here. You know, there's slight deceleration, but only ever so slight. Very little in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it just shows how efficient trains can be, because we've not used any power at all since we built up to speed. Yeah, I broke way too early, but actually, like I say, on a branch line like this, 10 miles an hour difference doesn't make that much difference in your timing. It's a matter of seconds. So, have I completely skipped a station? No, I haven't. Good. I panicked there for a moment, but this is why route knowledge is signed over, you know, dozens of hours. There's our 40 post. But actually, to be honest, I don't even need power at this point. I can, yeah. We were, you see, we're 10 miles an hour short for about a mile. So, really, you're talking in an hour, 10 miles of difference. So, about a tenth of a minute. So, about 7 or 8 seconds delayed. And there's what Standwell. I'm just going to drop into step 3 because I'm piling in a little bit quick into this one. Back into step 2. Step 1. Step 0. Step 1. Step 2. And step 1. Just like that. So yeah, what Standwell is a bit more of a basic station than your Cromford. Still quite a nice little place. Gives you an idea of where it is in the grand scheme of things. So that's the value we've come down. And it is just, like I say, this, you know, does feel as close to an Alpine rail journey in the UK as you're going to get. You know, it's quite well wooded, but also quite hilly and quite scenic. So yeah, I enjoy this one. I suppose that is one of the points I can add, actually. As you can see, with the 156 we're driving does have East Midlands Railway branding on it. That's because East Midlands Railway took over from East Midlands Trains in 2019, I think. No, I'm actually sure now. In 2019, they took over from. That's hilarious. They took over from East Midlands Trains in 2019, and they have since been basically operating the East Midlands route. So just keep an eye on that, and I'm going to. I want to see what the actual dates on it are. So they were only given 3 years. Interesting. I'm not sure why I did that. There you go. So I'm going to start at 25 now. As we approach Ambergate Station, which is the last station on the Derwent Valley line, before we join the Midland Main Line and run down towards Derby. So yeah, the franchise is going to be until 2026. And we're now coming down on the brakes because this is the platform for Ambergate, and we want to stop about a third of the way down, so I'm going to stay in step 1 brake. Skim speed 10, and yeah, so you can see this is the other side. Thought I'd hop over there. Don't know why, just felt like doing it. Imagine you see the train pulling in the door, like out the seat, over at the right, back to the left. I just probably need to check something. Meanwhile, I'm like, she's lost her mind. Oh God. No, I'm way too short though, so I'm gonna power on. And there you go. And that is a 156 Ambergate. I really like that image. So yeah, like I say, EMRs, it's a company that's owned by Bellio. The sort of main points of interest on the route are they run trains from St Pancras to Corby, Leicester, Derby, Nottingham, and Sheffield, with also sort of more regional services from Barton on Humber down to Cleethorpes, Skegness to Grantham, Newark, so well Nottingham to Cleethorpes, and also Doncaster to Peterborough via the direct line. Not sorry, via the is it the direct line? I think that's the direct line it's called. I'm not actually sure now. So the joint line, that's the one. So yeah, the joint line is the Peterborough to Doncaster via Newark line. Quite a fun little journey to do, actually. So we do stand here for a few minutes. The reason for that is that, as you can see ahead, actually I should have set my DRA here. So I'll do that, and then we'll pop out and fly down. You can see we actually join the Midland Main Line. There it is. And we're basically waiting for a train to pass here. This is one of my favourite sort of little areas. I'm planning on building a model railway soon. And I'd love to factor a junction like this into it. There's a lot to see and do here in terms of scenery. You know, you could stick some graffiti under the bridge, some moving traffic, some trains planning about. You've also, if you build it a bit longer, you've got your goods loops here and your twin birds. So, yeah, you know, you could have like this as, like, let's say a little secondary branch. You know, you pull your trains out and bring them to a stand in this section. Yeah. But that's just me. I'm trying to figure out where my signal is for the end of this line, but I can't actually tell from that. So let's just quickly double check. Yeah, we're still waiting. Oh, I stopped too short there. That's a shame. Mind you, he is being a bit of a nitpick by looking at the rear coach. So we're due off in a minute. Cool. Oh, there's our signal. So yeah, you know, you could, I mean, ideally, I probably want the signal at the end of the bridge just for fun. But apart from that, pretty cool little route. Pretty cool little route. Sorry, that was me stretching out there. So yeah, cab 2, I guess, whilst we're here. Throttle, brake cylinder, main reservoir, two-tone horn. Wiper controls, AWS, Westcote 3-step brake. Throttle, master key. 4-step master switch. Door open and close, buzzer, which doesn't work because our doors are opened. Sander, which does work. Markers, compressor speed up. So this is to help pressurize our brakes. So if the train's been shut down for a while, the brake from the main reservoir will drop down to 0 overnight. And you would run this, rev your engine up as you can hear, and basically it just spins the compressor faster for more brake pressure. Hold gear, that's not simulated. Headlights, up is day, down is night. The way I remember it is the sun's up, therefore it's up. Sun's down, therefore it's down. Tail lamps, they're up to go off. Destination lights, that's been disconnected because we're on a we've got a PIS system now. Got an instrument light, which, yeah. Windscreen demist, not simulated. AWS Sunflower, that does AWS things. GSMR does GSMR things. Train FX is how you'd set up your thingy on this, so you can, you know, you can do stuff. You can, obviously, I'm not going to do it here because it'll reset the whole thing, and I can't actually remember the code for the station window, which opens, which is nice. You also got your master key here, which, as far as I understand, gives control of the doors either to you or to the guard. Your cab light, heaters, all that kind of. Your dusty switches, the ones that you don't really use that much in a shift. Yeah, 156 cab. So 156 is limited to 75. Got a fan which I can't think how to turn on actually. There you go with the doors. So, back in the room. Okay, my DR8 automatically reached itself, but I know we were starting against a danger aspect, so I'm going to be cautious. So I'm going to stop accelerating now because A, we could be against a danger aspect departing, and B, the limit does drop to 15 when you join the bridge. So there is always that one. So we have a proceed aspect, but like I say, you can see the 15 post ahead there, so there's no point in us accelerating when we are about to be decelerating. Well, I would say decelerating, but actually yes we are, because we're going down a hill. Wang 13 in the window. well, bang 30 on the speedo, and then crossing over the bridge. Rather a nice view out there. So I'm going to notch one of power, watching my speed. Yeah, basically the main routes for EMR Connect into City are Corby, Nottingham, and Sheffield. So now that we're back over, we can go to full power as the speed limit is now well, it's 80, but well, it's 100, but when you cross over, it's actually 80. So. Oh, that's embarrassing. So yeah, full power is in the window. I've just realised that I've been making a decent amount of long form videos recently. Yeah, you get the odd short one from me, but most of my videos are 30 plus minutes long, which is actually a pretty good number to be on. And that's what people on the internet won't tell you. No, they won't. They don't believe it. They don't believe that if I'm they don't believe that actually we work hard, and yeah. One thing I would actually say with this little journey that we're doing today, some of these services on one of the timetables ran all the way through to Lincoln, and that's a train I would love to run in reality, because you start off, it'll be like a 2.5 hour ride on a 156, which it all depends on how good. If it's a good 156, freaking brilliant. If it's not a good 156, big oof. But if you could do a journey from Lincoln and on the flat land of Lincolnshire, right up into the hills up to Matlock, that is one of those really cool rail journeys to me. So there's 60. What I'm going to do is, so Belper's our next station stop, and the reason you're approaching Belper is you see the inverted arches. So what I'm actually going to do here is, my notes say to brake at that thing there, but I'm going to leave it as a bit of a late brake. Power off, coast, and then as soon as I clear this second bridge, step 1, step 2. And then you can see the archers approaching the Belper, the archways at Belper. There's a 156 coming the other way, give him a cheeky wave. And then what I'm going to do is get 40 in the window, coast, and then see the station come up ahead, and then another step 2 brake, and then we'll bring it down to about 15 to enter Belper station. Step 2. There's 15. Slowing down nicely. 10. Step 1. And just use that to bring the train to a stand. Okay, step 2. Step 1. There you go. And we'll open our doors. Welcome to Belper. So after Belper, our next stop is Duffield, which is at 2.5 miles away, and after that it's about 4.5 mile fast jaunt through to Derby itself. So that is, and Derby of course is our last station stop today. Like I say, well, our last station stop, the train does continue on to Newark. I am going to be covering more of the Just Trains Midland mainline route soon. Like I say, I've just had a bit of a tough time recently, talking myself effectively into playing stuff. Oop. Okay, let's go places. So I'm actually going to go in about step 5, rev the engines and get out of here. So we'll get up to 10 and then we're going to go full power. And then, like I say, we're going up to 75 again. However, like I say, it's not a massively long distance to Duffield. This, by the way, is a route if you're looking for a, I would say, sort of intermediary route to route learn. This route's got a lot of really good landmarks, and you can learn, this section pretty well. I would argue, pretty well, pretty easily, pretty well, pretty easily. So, So yeah, like I say, power on, and we'll see what happens. So it's the next station. We brake exiting the tunnel. So it's it's quite easy on the landmarks. This one, like it's this and the island line. I would say the two easiest for me. So I'm going to, like I say, let me know what you'd like to see covered. I'm going to probably be doing the Airwash Valley soon. I'm trying to basically just keep geographic variety in my videos, for lack of a better term. I feel like I've done a lot in, because you look at my recent videos, right, and it goes southwest, northeast, well, southeast Scotland, southwest to east Scotland, southwest Scotland, southwest England, Wales, west, well, southwest, well, south central, sorry, well, west central we'll call it. We're in the tunnel, but, southwest, northwest, southwest. So I guess the southeast and the northeast are the two areas we need to cover next, isn't it? Isn't it? Wow. Great English language, Emily. Yeah, so the northeast probably could do with a bit of love at the moment. So I suppose I've actually, in theory, because I have actually done the full Penzance run I wanted to do, which is good. So there's 70 in the window, so I'm going to go brake off, so power off, step 1, step 2, and we'll just coast all the way in on the approach there. Yeah, so these are quite loud when you brake. But yeah, Duffield, and then last stop is Derby. Derby. There's the station, so go step 2 because we are barreling into this one. I'm actually going to go step 3 because I want to hit the end of the platform. Again, this one you want to stop sort of first half platform. So I'm going to get us down at about 20. There we go. Step 2. You want to stop sort of roughly half, get the train, basically a beam this, well, the middle doors want to be a beam that staircase to me. Which ain't happening, but hey. The back doors will be though. Actually, you know what? I underestimate how long my unit is. That is a perfect stop in my book. Because that's to the centre doors, Everyone's got the perfect access. So cool stuff on here, with this route is stuff like this. You've got all your readable posters, and they are actual Network Rail posters, which I really like. And then you look over here, and here's the steam railway, which is quite cool. And this is our last jaunt now, so I'm going to straight into full power, and we're going to get up to 75, and prove that this unit can actually do 75 miles an hour. And it is going to be the last jaunt, about 4.5 miles into Derby. window's now closed. So yeah, so yeah, the passenger view on these is actually quite nice and quite accurate. So I'm not seeing one that's got the AP37 poster up yet. So what you heard there was the gearbox change from direct drive to fluid drive. So below 40, it's either 44 or 46 miles an hour. If you go into idle, the fluid will drain out the gearbox, and then when you take power again, it'll refill. Whereas now, when I'm in, if I was to go idle and then power, there won't be that delay as the fluid fills the gearbox, as the gearbox doesn't immediately drain itself. That's basically the difference, and the point for you to note. So yeah, there's that one today. I'm gonna, yeah. Come on, you can make 75. I've seen you do 75 before. 156. Got 70 miles an hour in the window. Waiting for 75. So I'm using aviation terms, but who cares? So basically, the nice thing about Derby is you always get, like, it's a really obvious station when you approach it, so you always know exactly what's coming. I'm going to knock that audio level down ever so slightly so that you can actually hear me over the noise of the train, though. So yeah, we're going to be vectored to the left, which is absolutely fine. Basically, what I'm going to be doing, well, it's not this left, it's the next one. What I'm doing is I'm keeping an eye out. My first AWS, warning for a 70. Second AWS, double amber. 75 coasting. And we're just coasting now. Third ramp sighted with a single amber. So I go step 2 and bring us down to 60, and then we coast at 60, and then now what we're going to be doing is just coasting at 60 until we break to 30, which is passing under the road bridge on the approach to Derby Station. So you can see we're turning left, so we get the 60 here, and we just cruise off to the left there. And now what I'm doing is I'm just keeping an eye out ahead. I'm literally going to do this on eyesight only, basically. And we're going to dive down here. And then we've got a 30 morph board. So that's the 30 warning I was telling about. Give him a beep. And we're now going to step 1, step 2. As we're slowing, we've got a single amber aspect there. So yeah, I'm going to start about 35, passing it. And it's cleared, so I can just stay at 40 for now. You can see that road bridge ahead of us, that's where we need to be at 30. So I can just coast in, nice and gentle. Nice and gentle like. And that is thingy sidings up there. Can't remember the name of them, but it's basically all the trains come out of either Etches Park or the Railway Technical Centre, the RTC, Derby RTC, reverse in those sidings. And there's an aggregate head there as well. Generally can't remember the name of them off the top of my head, and I do apologise for that. And now we're going to stop about halfway down the platform again as we approach Derby. Dobby. No, I'm joking. But that is it for today's video, guys. So thank you all very much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a semi-regular basis. And we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to stop over this AWS ramp. Step 2. Bring the train to a stand about halfway down the platform. There you go. And what we'll do is reverse will go. We'll actually reverse will go off, and then we'll retain that login for the next. Okay, maybe we won't retain that for the next driver, and we're just going to leave our train here. So, folks, welcome to Derby Station. It's been fun. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to see more from me on a semi-regular basis, and we'll see you in the next one. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.